elections happened and Labor's in. So what does that mean for property investors like us? My team and myself have been doing the research, really figuring out what the best things are, where the best markets are, what's going to affect with their new policies coming in. You know, there'll be a large crossbench in the government, so some of these things will change, but let's have a look at what they promised to enact over this election period. Now, there's some really key things that really impacted not only first home buyers, but investors. And if we're in there, g'day, how are you? It's really key to understand what they are and what markets are going to really help. Hey, Anthony, good to see you, man. Great. So the first one I want to talk about is their scheme called Help to Buy. And it's a really interesting scheme. They're saying that they're going to cut the cost of buying a property up to $380,000. And what does that mean? So we deep dived onto some of that information, and really what they're saying is the government's going to do an equity contribution of up to 40% on new houses and up to 30% on existing houses. So what does that mean? That means the government's going to put in 40 or 30% of their own equity, of the government's equity, into purchasing your home. And the fundamentals are a little bit interesting to walk through. They said you only need about 2%. G'day. Post down below #live to know that you're on here. I'd love to hear. Up to 2% is the max, is what you can only have to put in. So it's really great for some people that are just out of that bracket of, you know, being able to buy something. But if they're going to put 30 to 40% equity contribution into your property, over time, what does that look like when you sell it? And the government only needs to recover its equity when you sell. So, you know, a lot of my investors will never sell. So what does that look like? Can we pay it off earlier? Is it based on the growth of the property? So if they put 30% in and it grows significantly and you sell it, you have to give 30% back, or is it based on CPI? All these things we need to understand as they build these policies out. But they also said you can actually pay it off earlier, which is fantastic. So that's the first one, Help to Buy scheme. I can put a link down below if you want any more information on this, and go straight to the government website. The other thing is, which I love, is they're putting together National Housing Supply and Affordability Council. As you know, one of my passions is affordability for people. People are getting priced out of the market. Even the rents at the moment, because vacancy rates are so low, people are just getting really lost and not being able to even rent what they want to rent, and having to go into share houses and stuff like that. So us setting up certain properties to help them do that would be great. You might hear the gardener outside. If you do, I'm sorry. But he's clearing away a little bit of trees to give me more light in here. So that's good. Now, the third thing, which is key, is the regional first home buyers scheme. Now, they're expanding the first home buyers grant to allow, 10,000 first home buyers per year to jump into the market. That's about 3 times the amount that's currently available. So it looks like a lot more people will be jumping into the market. And those sort of price ranges that people are buying at as first home buyers, they're a real key target for property investors as well. Right now, we're buying a lot around that range because as more first home buyers come in, the prices increase as well. So we're going to see a growth in that space. Also, in the regional space, they're putting a lot more first home buyers scheme. We'll find out more details about that. But one of the key things is they said you have to live in that area for 12 months. Now, what does that mean? Hopefully that just means regional Victoria, regional New South Wales. If it just says Bendigo or whatever, that's going to limit the market as well. So we really need to do some more research on that. And also, if you're approved under the first home buyers grant, you only have to put 5% in. So that's really cool as well. A couple other things. They said something about price cap reviews on the first home buyers grant. So we really want to figure out how high that is so we know which market we're targeting from an investment point of view. And also the other thing is if you've got any negative geared properties, they're going to leave them as is. So there's no impact there. So I hope that's all that really helped. G'day, how are you? Hashtag down the bottom, #live. If you're on there, I'd love to hear you and see where you're at. I know Anthony's on there, so that's really cool. So just to recap, Help to Buy scheme the government's talking about, so we'll get some more details around that, but they're equity buying. They're putting together a council to have a look at how they can provide affordable housing, and we'll be really engaged in that in terms of building and supplying affordable housing and bringing that a space in the market that's in a real need. And then the second one is all around third one is regional first home buyers guarantee. So they're expanding that. They're doing that 3 times. G'day. Good to see you on here. They're expanding it over 3 times the amount, especially in the regional areas. And they're going to actually have caps on it. You have to be living in the area. But, you know, keep jumping in. As more and more of these policies get refined over the next couple of months, I'll be jumping in and talking to you more. Please comment below if there's any questions or anything you want me to answer. Happy to help. We're still doing a lot more research in this. My next step now is looking at their environment policies and how that will suit our investors and our homeowners to improve their homes and energy and also help the environment. So I hope that's really helped. I look forward to talking to you more. Give me a shout if you need any more information. Have a great day. Bye.